about talent and my perception of it, um, because I think many artists sometimes feel offended whenever someone says something about them having talent. It's like, it's not talent, it's skill. Like, I spent 20 plus years working on this. I mastered the skill and this and that. And I understand it. I think I've been there too for some time. I'm like, yeah, I've been practicing for years. Uh, so it's not just talent. I have skill, you know. And it's true. I think both. Like, it's like you have talent, but at the same time you have skill. Both of these sentences can be true at the same time. But I think the way we perceive talent um, is not, I mean, that's not my perception of it. My perception has changed as soon as I realized that talent is not what you do. Talent is not the thing itself. It's a combination of two things. I think talent is a combination of two things. First, your natural inclination, that desire. I'm sorry. Before we get into that, I want to say that people sometimes don't want to be heard, don't want to be told, sorry, don't want to be told that they have talent because talent is a gift. Right? And people say like that, like you have a gift. And people would say, I don't know, it's not a gift. I worked for this. But I think it is in fact a gift. I'm gonna explain why. Talent um, is a combination of a natural ability. It's your natural inclination. Sorry, it's the desire that pushes you towards that thing, and a desire is given to you. You don't, like, the thing that you have in your heart, that natural, that calling, that thing that keeps ringing in your head. You're like, I need to go there, and I'm curious about this thing. I need to move. I don't know, I feel like moving that particular way, or I feel I cannot contain my voice. I just have to sing it. I just cannot not go there. When you think about it, that's a gift. Like, that desire you have, it comes from nowhere. It's not something that you've decided to desire. You just desire it. And for certain things, you may take a conscious decision of going there, of following something, of pursuing something. But even that will to pursue, that desire to go after this calling of you not being able to get rid of it, this is what talent is. And I'm not talking about art only. It could be anything. It could be your natural desire and your natural, oh my god, I'm mixing it. Okay, so there is the natural desire, your natural inclination towards something. For example, I cannot shut up. I just have to sing. I sing nonstop. I sing every day. Almost. Maybe there are a couple of days I don't. But in general, I just cannot stop singing. Since I was a little child, I just would sing all the time. I cannot not create. I create with so many, even in the jobs that I was working before, I would just find a way to be creative within that work, even if that had nothing to do with art. I just had to. If it's a PowerPoint presentation, you bet I'm gonna take care of that. Okay, a pamphlet. Okay, let me handle it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes even in the way that I put stuff, that I organize stuff, is also a way for me to create, even if people might not notice or don't know what I'm doing with it. So it's this inclination. Now the second part, stay there with me. I see you guys start and don't stay, because I think I don't have this natural thing of creating suspense for people to listen. Keep listening. It's not my thing. But anyways, stay with me. Um, the second aspect, remember I said talent is a combination of two things. So the first thing is natural desire, and the second thing is what's been given to you. Not only your your desire, but also your body, your experiences, the country you were born in, your ideas. All of that have been given to you. All of that has been given to you. Yeah. For example, let's take a concrete example. Whitney Houston. Okay? She was the voice for, I mean, she was unmatched. And some of it had to do with her skill. A lot of it has to do with her skill. She worked when she started training her voice since she was a very little girl. But she also had that calling. She knew she was going to be a singer. She knew that's what she had to go after. So that desire was put into her somehow. But also the skills, right? But the thing that people don't take into account many times is her body. You cannot replicate someone's voice, because even if you can mimic it sometimes, but in its entirety, exactly, you just cannot change your voice. You cannot, you can alter it in some ways, and also with training and stuff like that. But in general, your voice is your voice. You know what I mean? You've been given that voice. And that's why some people cannot ever get certain levels of in certain things, because they don't have that which has been given to others. For example, she had, I mean, everything. When you think about the voice, the singing voice, the talking voice too, but the voice, a lot of it contribute, a lot of your body, I mean your body, each part of it, the way your teeth are positioned in your mouth, your bone structure, okay, your throat, the way you breathe, your, like, the whole body is the instrument, and every little difference in one body to another will produce something else. So Whitney has no control. She had no control. No, none of us do. We have no control over our bodies, how they're built. So even for a dancer, there's certain thing a dancer can express that other dancers can't, even if they have the same level of skills. And that is a gift. There are certain people who are very good at thinking critically. And I think a lot of it maybe has to do with the way their brains, like, obviously I'm talking about the things that are obvious, the body, etc., etc., but there are certain things that are not that obvious. Obvious is the way the brain is designed. Or maybe it's the experience that that person had as a child, which we just had the experience that we had. We had our upbringing. It's something that was brought upon us. You did not choose your parents. You did not choose your family. You did not choose the experience that you got to experience. Of course, now you can decide to do certain things. Okay, I'm gonna go there. And even if you do go where you wanted to go, what happens when through in your path to go there? What happens when you get there? What happens to you while you're on that way to go there? It's not it's not it's not your choice. It's not even your choice. It's not your choice. Like, for example, I like to sing. Ah, ah. And that, I don't know how, it's just, you know what I mean? So it is, a lot of it is a gift. And even sometimes I'd go as far as say that even even the skills that you actively pursue, it comes from a desire which was also put into you. You have no control. I mean, you do have some control, but we don't have any control. You know what I mean? So, skill can be a byproduct of talent, which is the constant desire and the natural ability that you have to do certain things. And that's what I need to say to all artists. It's okay to humble ourselves and accept the fact that we have been given certain things. Most of what we do, most of what we even know, even our ideas sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, what did I do to even get that idea? I was just staying still. I was sleeping, I woke up in the middle of the night and then I had this idea and then that's just it. Or I'm zoning out or I'm reading a book or whatever and then that idea just pops up. Sometimes you can develop ideas, of course, if you keep thinking, okay, I got this idea, let me keep thinking about it to see what else can I, can I get from there. I can ask myself questions, and from what I know, I try to joint these pieces of information, of knowledge, of information, and create knowledge, right? But at the end of the day, what comes to you is given. And I'd say even for an artist, like what my hand can do, yours cannot. Like, to a certain extent, yes, you can train your hand, you can do certain things. But you are you, and everything of you is a gift to you. That's the only way I can put it. So, yes, you have talent. I mean, I think also the key component here is not only natural desire but also natural ability, which stems from the natural gifts that you have been given. And what was I saying? I forgot. Right? So, all of this is a gift. You have talent, you have a gift. Skill can be a byproduct of that. Of you constantly searching for that thing. But yeah. And when you get skill and talent together, When you get discipline and talent together, you become an unstoppable force. That's right. Unstoppable.